Hi, I'm Dr. Melonie Boone, and on today's Leader's Lens, we are going to talk about a silent saboteur that is quietly costing you your results. And so I want to talk about something that I see derailing organizations long before anyone really realizes it's happening, and it's leadership friction. Most businesses don't struggle because they lack strategy. They struggle because the people responsible for leading that strategy aren't aligned. And here's the truth. Leadership friction is rarely loud. It's typically quiet. It hides in delayed decisions, side conversations, mixed messages, and that feeling of, why is this taking so long? If your leaders are not aligned, your organization can't be either. Strategy dies in execution, and execution suffers when leaders are pulling in different directions, or worse, avoiding some of the hard conversations that would push the business forward. So how do you know if leadership friction is costing you results? Let's look at 3 signs. 1 sign, decisions that keep getting revisited. So you have your executive meeting on a Monday morning. You feel like you all have aligned, you've walked away, and you know the decision that you're going to make. And then by Wednesday, you hear it resurfacing again. Or there's questions of, was that really the decision? Or is this the direction we should really be going in? Another thing you'll find is teams receive different guidance from different leaders. Although those same leaders walked out of the same meeting, they all leave and deliver different messages, sometimes with their own personal sentiment added in. Meetings where problems are discussed but never resolved. This is another really clear indicator. And sometimes it's meeting on top of meeting on top of meeting to discuss the same problem. No one says that they're accountable. No one raises their hand to move it forward, and it never gets resolved. And then the 4th sign you might see is the same issues resurfacing again and again. So just when you think you have a problem solved, it rears its ugly head, and then you're starting all over again. But the good news is friction isn't failure, it's feedback. When organizations are willing to look directly at the friction, name it, measure it, and address it, it becomes a catalyst for transformation. That's why the diagnostics can be very important, and that's why we created, honestly, the Boone Management Alignment Index. Like, we try to help leaders see the real issues beneath the surface so they can move from assumptions to clarity and from clarity to action. And this is not always easy. You know, the silent saboteur is exactly what it is. It's silent, and oftentimes you miss the signs, especially if you're super busy, if you have a lot of deadlines, you know, if you have competing priorities. There's so much going on and so much evolving and changing today that it's sometimes hard to keep up, and friction can make that even worse. So your organization can only move as fast as your leadership alignment allows. If you are sensing like friction, don't ignore it. Lean into it. Have some of those tough conversations. Bring someone in that can help you do that and kind of unsurface what some of the root causes are. Because when leaders are aligned, teams accelerate. And when teams accelerate, strategy turns into results. I'm Dr. Boone. Let's lead with alignment.